internet people, hello. And hello from Naked Yusha as well, he's here. I've also got paint on my wrist because I've been painting Warhammer. Yeah, Naked Yusha and myself are here to say hello, and we've got an unboxing for you, a very exciting one for me. It's the Dual Knights Premium Deck Set. This did come out a little while ago, but it's been reprinted, so I've been able to get my hands on it thanks to our good friends at tychosgames.com. Go and check them out in the description down below. They've got lots of Vanguard stuff. Pre-orders for all, if not most, or if not all, probably all of the new and upcoming products. Good prices and good service as well. So if you're in the UK and looking for somewhere to buy Vanguard from, go and support Tychos Games. And again, thank you very much, Tycho, for sending over this set, which I've been very excited for a while, but I wasn't able to get my hands on it until now. So this is very exciting for me because anyone who knows me will know that Dual Knights have always been my favourite deck. If you jump back to our original unboxings of Booster Set 10 from the original era, you will find that I accidentally stumbled into Dual Knights. I just kept pulling them, and you can actually see the process of me essentially having the decision to build the deck made for me, which was pretty amazing. So yeah, we've got the premium deck set, so we're gonna have a look inside. Ooh, God. Yeah. So you got a nice little thing, and it tells you what's inside. So we've got a pre-constructed deck, a short storage box, and a deck holder. So yeah, super cool. And you got Salome. Get it right, Jess. Yeah, you got good old Salome on the cover there. Got it wrong straight away saying Ashley. Yeah, so Dual Knights Salome and Royal Paladin Cardfight Vanguard. It's a rather nice little deck box, that, isn't it? So let's crack the lid open. Oh, look at this. Hell yeah, that's an upgrade for my Dual Knights already. Beautiful, beautiful deck box with Salome on the cover. Yeah, that is a stunning deck box right there. And then we've got the pack of cards and a lovely bit of foam. So that's what you get in the box. So let's just move the deck box out to the side, and we'll have a look at the cards as well. So yeah, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So the Salome on the front here is not foil, which is interesting. It's a plain old non-foil card, which is quite cool to see actually. And you've got the strides and stuff, and it looks like gift markers at the back as well. So we're going to go through. I wonder if it must have sword me's in. Let's zoom out again slightly. There we go, so we can go through this. So what's the easiest way to do this? This way? It's this way. So we've got Salome, we've got a play set of classic Salome, 10k classic unit. The difference is that it has got the newer counterblast symbol on it, which is cool. Has the skill changed at all? Move rate forward, attacks with 4 or more Dual Knights, it's +2 and a crit. So counterblast 2 Dual Knights. Yeah, they're such for a Dual Knight. Quality Vanguard Shuffle deck. So it's basically the exact same card. Okay, I'm just wondering whether any of them have changed. Now this Ashley, 2 of those. Okay, so you got 2 of the newer Ashley. So this is the one that's kind of a bit like a Break Rider, but not. She's got a force marker on her. Vanguard and Rearguard. At the end of the battle, this unit attacks, blast 2, search your deck for up to 1 grade 2 or less card with Dual Knight in its card name, call it to Rearguard and shuffle the deck. If this unit is on the Vanguard circle, search for up to 2 cards instead of 1. And Rearguard Vanguard. When your other unit is placed over this unit's circle, count blast 1 to give it a crit until the end of turn, which is quite similar to your classic brake ride skill there, and then plus 10 from the force marker. So yeah, it's your plus 10 and a crit essentially. Ashley reverses. There's 2 of these. I haven't seen this Ashley reverse yet. This is my first time getting hold of her, so this is cool. She's got activated Vanguard circle, counter Soul Blast 2. I'm going to say things wrong because I don't play Vanguard much these days. Soul Blast 2, lock a rearguard. Choose one of your opponent's front row rearguards, retire it. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card with Jewel Knight in its card name from among them, call it to rearguard, and put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. I think that's quite similar to what it used to be, except it used to be Counterblast, and I'm pretty sure it didn't search only the top 4, you could search the whole deck, but I think it had to be grade 1 or less maybe. And then Vanguard Circle. When it attacks, if you have 2 more locked cards, you can Counterblast 1, search your deck for up to 2 grade 2 or less cards with Jewel Knight in their card names, call them to rearguard, shuffle the deck, and for each of your locked cards, you can get plus 10 until the end of turn. If you have 3 or more lock cards until the end of that battle, your opponent cannot call Sentinels from hand to Guardian Circle. So you could lock your entire back row, basically. And then do like multi-attack with the front row. Yeah, I'm guessing it was like grade 2 or less on the original Ashley reverse. It has been a little while. You got the Legion mate, or the Legion main, I guess. Yvain. So obviously he searches out Sword Me, your classic kind of Counterblast 1 to call a grade 1 unit. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if it's in Legion and you have 6 or more Jewel Knights in the card name, it gets plus 5k in a crit. When it attacks a Vanguard, it gets plus 2k until the end of that battle. So, very cool. Obviously, it also helps you get cards back into the deck from the drop zone. Right, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 of this card. Explode Jewel Knight Laylee. Don't know when she came out, but she looks cool. When this unit attacks, this is on the rearguard, put 2 normal units from the drop on the bottom of the deck in any order. Cell charge 1, this unit gets plus 5k until the end of that battle. Vanguard and rearguard, when your other unit is placed on this unit's circle, the place unit gets plus 10k until the end of turn. Very cool. Pop. Sybil. A new Sybil. Cool. Didn't know there was a new Sybil. Ooh. Very nice. Nicer than the old artwork. When this unit attacks, put a grade 2 or less card from the hand into the soul to draw a card. When your other unit is placed on this unit's circle, you can look at the top 3 cards of the deck, choose up to 1 grade 2 or less card with Jewel Knight from among them, call it to rearguard, and put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order, so that enables more calls and more multi-attack stuff, basically, doesn't it? That's cool. I like that. And it's nice to see Sybil back again. Wonder what set she came out in. Very cool. Makes me happy. Sword Me! 3 Sword Me's, I guess, because it doesn't have like the on place or when things are placed over its skill, so it doesn't quite feed the new synergy, but still a very, very solid card. This was like 13 quid a copy at one point because it was a box topper in like GBTA 1. When this unit is placed on the rearguard, Counterblast 1 with Jewel Knight in its name, search your deck for up to 1 grade 1 or less card with Jewel Knight's card name, call it to rearguard and shuffle the deck. This was basically the card that came out and elevated Jewel Knights back up into kind of like being a super competitive deck, just this one card. It was basically like a god card. We've got 4 copies of this girl, charging Jewel Knight Morvidus, so she's cool. She wasn't around in the old era. So activated, rearguard, Counterblast 1, put a normal unit from the drop on the bottom of the deck. Soul charge 1, choose one of your units with Jewel Knight in its card name, it gets plus 5k until the end of turn. Vanguard and rearguard, when your other unit is placed on this unit's circle, draw a card. So yeah, very cool. Draws you a card when you call over it. It doesn't seem to have a cost on that, so very nice. Who we got next? Woo. I read that wrong. I read it as Frotting Jewel Knight, which is something very much that we don't want to get into. Fruiting Jewel Knight unit. At the end of the battle, this unit boosted, put a normal unit from the drop on the bottom of the deck. Soul charge 1, you may return this unit to the hand. When your other unit is placed on this unit's circle, choose one of your opponent's rear guards in the same column as that placed unit and retire it. If you did not retire, draw a card. Very nice. Very nice. Generates a little bit of advantage. Ooh, and a classic card. I remember this one. 3 copies of Christine. So when placed on the rear guard, if you have 3 or more of the rear guards with Dual Knight in the card names, counterblast 1, reveal a grade 3 from the hand, search your deck for a grade 3, call it to rear guard, and shuffle the deck. At the end of the turn, put the unit that you called into hand, choose a card from your hand, and discard it. So it was nice. If you were kind of grade 3 stuck, for the main one you wanted to ride at least, this could help you get the right one else. If you had Ashley reverse in hand and you wanted regular Ashley, you kind of use this to combo into the card you wanted. So that was pretty useful. This looks like a new starter. When this unit is raid upon, you draw a card. Then if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 1 or greater, put a quick shield ticket into hand. Quick shield. That seems to be a mechanic that passed me by. I don't remember quick shields. There's an over trigger in here as well, which is cool. Till the end of the turn, you also perform drive checks for the battles your rear guards attack. Very interesting. Now we've got some triggers. So we've got 4 of this crit, which isn't a Dual Knight trigger, but it's got a GB1 skill on it. Rear guard. When your Vanguard attacks, put this unit into the soul. Draw a card. Choose one of your Vanguards to get plus 10 until the end of that battle. That's pretty good. And it's one of the newer type of triggers with the 10k power and the 15k shield, which is cool. I wonder if all the triggers in here have been updated with the new power. Because part of the problem with the Dual Knight deck before was that you kind of were forced to run old triggers if you wanted to have the ability to counterblast Dual Knights, but I guess you don't have to counterblast Dual Knights as much with this deck. This is Centiflare Draco Kid. When you are paying the cost for Stride, this card can be discarded as a grade 3. Huge. Stride fodder crit trigger. That is huge, huge, huge. Hashtag Poggers. It looks like we've got perfect guards. Looks like you've got 3 perfect guards. I'm guessing there's another one in here, maybe a foil one. Flash Shield Assault. So there was a Dual Knight Assault as a grade 1 perf, but I don't think there was ever a grade 0 version of Dual Knight Assault, but that's fine. Can't go wrong with the Draw Trigger perfs. I like them better than the grade 1 ones. Heal triggers. Now what's this one? Innocent Ray Dragon. So he's got the 15k shield and the 10,000 power. When this unit is put on the Guardian circle of your hand, and if you did not write a grade 3 or greater unit this fight, so you basically, it's like an early game guard. Choose one of your Vanguards, gets plus 10 until the end of turn. Choose one of your opponent's units, gets crit minus 2 until the end of that battle. Wow. When this unit is placed on a rear guard from hand, if your damage zone has no cards, put the top card of your deck into the damage zone. Interesting. I'm guessing that's to get around some kind of damage deny deck. I don't know what a damage deny deck ever existed, except maybe, was it one of the Zereth Dragon things? Not sure. We've got an Elementaria Sanctitude. So this is a, what do they call these cards? Blitz Order? Blitz Order. If your opponent's Vanguard has Triple Drive, this ability can be played without paying the cost. Oh wait, this is your 4th Perth. Okay. Play this with this card from hand. If your Vanguard is grade 3 or less, choose one of your units. It cannot be hit until the end of that battle and remove this card. Cool. Okay, so that's your Perth. Harmonix Messiah was the old promo, the original promo Stride. It didn't have a skill, but now it looks like it does. Jesus, that's a lot of text. So, auto, when placed on the Vanguard, choose any number of your locked cards and unlock them. Choose the same number of cards from your hand as the number of cards unlocked by this effect and discard them. So it's nice against Link Jakku type decks. Also nice if you've been Omega locked. Vanguard and G-Zone. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle or at the beginning of your turn, if this card is face up, if your damage zone has 2 or less cards and no new cards put into your damage zone during your opponent's preceding turn, put the top card of your deck into the damage zone and draw a card. G-Zone, when your grade 1 unit is placed by riding from a grade 0, if you went second, you can reveal this card and put a Guardian Shield ticket into your hand. Yeah, again, I don't know what a Guardian Shield ticket is, but okay, cool. That's a lot of skills. I don't quite know what it's talking about. Classic Evangeline. So I had 4 of these from the Fighters collection, but this looks like a longer text. Stride step, choose one or more, that's the usual. Stride, G-Zone, if your Vanguard is a grade 3 Salome specifically with limit break ability. Oh, well, this is in the G-Zone. Okay. And you did not get an imaginary gift this fight. Choose one or more cards from the hand with the sum of their grades being 3 or greater and discard them. Stride this card on your Vanguard circle from face down. Then turn a card with dual knighted as a card name from the G-Zone face up. You get 2 imaginary gift forces, and you get a leading dual knight Salome Crest, whatever that is. Activated Vanguard circle once per turn. Turn a card from the G-Zone face up. This is the usual thing where it gives +3 for each face up one of her in the zone. Okay, yeah, there's a lot going on there, and there's a lot of context to these skills that I need to learn. I've been out of this game for so long, I'm coming back to it and I'm learning. What's this? Divine Knight of Triumph, Eulogius? Never seen this guy before in my life. When this unit attacks, you can count +1, turn a card from your G-Zone face up. Draw the same number of cards as the number of your rear guards. Choose the number of cards from your hand as the number of cards drawn, call them to rear guard. Then if you have 5 or more rear guards, you get an imaginary gift force. Huh. I mean, okay. That's pretty crazy. Gets you a field and a force marker. And then we've got one of this. Divine Knight of Condensed Light. Olbius Avalon. Okay. GB8. Oh, I remember these GB8 things. Was this another Fighters collection thing? When this unit attacks a Vanguard, count +1, search your deck for up to 5 cards, call them to the rear guard. Until the end of turn, they get +4k, and this unit gets crit +1. Shuffle the deck. Sure. Do you ever get to GB8? Holy Dragon Clusterfuck Dragon? At the end of the... No. Oh, come on. I'm losing the ability to read here. I need to find my glasses. Activated Vanguard once per turn. Choose a card. Turn a card from the G-Zone face up. Choose one of your heart cards. Until the end of the turn, this unit gets all the original abilities of that card. GB3 Vanguard Circle. If you have 3 or more grade 2 or greater units, when your opponent could call cards from their hand to the Guardian Circle, they must call 3 or more cards at the same time. I hate those skills. Making you gather too many cards. I wouldn't use that because it's just a dick move. Right, what else we got? Divine Knight of Twin Absolutes, Saint of Twin Swords. This guy looks vaguely familiar, maybe? Don't know. Vanguard Circle, when it attacks a Vanguard while boosted, count +1, turn a card from the G-Zone face up, search your deck up to 2 grade 2 cards, call them to rear guard and shuffle the deck. When your unit is placed on the rear guard from the deck, that unit gets +5k until the end of turn for each face-up card in your G-Zone. Is that good? I can't tell. I'm losing the ability to read. I'm reading things and they're not registering in my brain anymore. Old Mile, interesting. I think I remember this card. This must have been like from GBTO 5 maybe or something. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard Circle, you can turn a copy of it face up in the G-Zone. Till the end of turn, it gets continuous Vanguard. All of your front units got +3k. If your G-Zone has 2 or more face-up cards, search your deck for up to 1 grade 2 card, call it to rear guard, shuffle the deck. The unit gets +5 until the end of turn. Okay. Interesting. Oh, okay, and then it looks like we've got some G Guardians. There's 5 G Guardians. Can you run? Oh, I thought you could only run 4 G Guardians. Opponent's guard step, blah blah blah. When it's unit. I'm not even going to read them right now. My head's spinning. It's literally spinning. But those are your G Guardians. I cannot process anything right now. I was doing well at the start. Actually, I wasn't. But I've lost the ability to process things. What have we got? Quick Shield. This is a Blitz order thing. Choose one of your attacked units. Gets +5k until the end of that battle. This is really cool, but I kind of just my head is still in 2013 Vanguard, so a lot of this stuff is just confusing me at the moment. Choose one of your attack units. It gets plus 20k until the end of that battle. Oh, that's on the defense. That's a blitz order as well. That's the Guardian Shield. Was that the one generated by the starter or the one generated by a stride unit? I can't remember. Then we've got some imaginary gift forces. So we've got Salome on some Force 1 markers, and then there's some Force 2 markers with Evangeline on, which is pretty cool. Okie dokie. More Force markers. And now this is an interesting card. This is one of those Crest thingies. Leading Jewel Knight Salome Crest. So that's the foil card from the deck. Very pretty. So what the heck does this do? If your heart is a leading Jewel Knight Salome with limit break 4, the Climax Jewel Knight Lord Evangeline on your Vanguard gets all the original abilities of the heart, and when you would pay the cost for those acquired abilities for the first time each turn, reduce that cost by Counterblast 2. The original power of your Grade 3 cards with limit break 4 ability becomes 13k. Well, that's cool, so it makes your regular Salome into a 13k. Your Vanguard's limit break 4 abilities are active even if your damage zone has 3 or less cards. Oh, so it's also a limit break enabler. Huh. And how did you get that crest again? Was that when you ride Evangeline? Interesting. Oh, there's Evangeline again. So this is a foily version, triple R style. Evangeline, so there are 4 of her, which is pretty nice. And yeah, that's the card that generates you crest. So, is there anything stopping you from doing that from the first ride? I'm assuming not. If your Vanguard is Grade 3 Salome with limit break 4 and you did not get a gift this fight, choose one or more cards from the hand. Yeah, okay. My head is spinning. Oh, and then you got one more of each force marker, but in foily. Pretty. So there we go. That's a lot of cards, a lot of skills. The first few cards were quite familiar to me, and then pretty much everything after those first few was like, I don't know what I'm looking at, these are all new to me. So, yeah, a lot of this stuff is very alien. Have I overstated that a bit too much? I don't know. I know the G-Guardians have skills, but a lot of them are going to be very situational as to which one you use. And I don't know what the situation is with premium, so... cool. Interesting that there's not any more Jewel Knight Stride units. I thought they might have created another Jewel Knight Stride for this set, maybe. But yeah. Also, it doesn't run... Was it a stand trigger or a crit trigger? There was like a recyclable Jewel Knight crit, I think, at one point. Maybe a stand. I can't even remember. I'm surprised they didn't like put that in there and upgrade that. Yeah, interesting. So you got like limit break, you got generation break, you've got over triggers, you got force markers. It really is like a mix of all eras. I suppose that's what premium is, isn't it? That's like a anything goes format, I suppose. I don't know how good this deck is in premium. Is it good? Does it need upgrading to make it like viable? Do you need to like turn the Ashleys into a 4-of, or is Salome your main boss card in this deck? I don't know, but it's cool to see, and as a long-term Jewel Knight player, that's pretty cool. Sorry about the state of my nails and hands, by the way. I've been painting Warhammer all day. But yeah, that's it. And again, thank you to Tychos Games for sending this over to us to review and have a look at. And yeah, I'll look forward to having a little dig through and a proper read when my brain can actually focus, because today I have lost the ability to do brain. So yeah, from myself and Nick Oyusha, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye, everybody.
Kamui here. Thanks for watching Draw the Trigger. Here's another video you might enjoy.